your name, age, where you're from, and your zodiac sign.
Alright, my name, of course, is Quinn Anthony. I'm 24 years old, from Raleigh, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Originally, I was born in, Midwest, outer space somewhere. But I don't know. My zodiac sign, I'm a Cancer, so that means I'm deep as fuck.
And clingy. What do you do?
I'm a producer. I'm one of the realest producers. And, once I was producing in college, I had a chance to meet a whole bunch of rappers. And I was like, yo, some of these niggas is real. Some of them was just, not. And I decided, shit, if they think they're rappers, I know I could do it better than them. So I decided to start rapping when I was in college. So I'm a producer, rapper. I write songs for singers. You know what I'm saying? I write songs for rappers. So I compose, I do everything. Anything that has to do with music, I do.
So you're a producer first, then a rapper? Or you just kind of like music?
Music in general. Sometimes when I'm producing, you get so sucked into that zone, it's the song just comes out and the words come out the air. You don't even have to write the shit down, it just comes.
How long have you been rapping and producing?
I've been rapping, oh man, ever since middle school, so it's more than 10 years. I remember back in middle school, you know them pianos, where they had the beats in there? Yeah, we used to record them beats on a tape, and then take the tape and then record over the tape with our voices and shit, and just make songs that way.
Which is harder between the two, producing or rapping?
I wouldn't say any of them is harder. None of them are hard at all. You just gotta let the shit flow. If you're trying to do it, then producing is way harder than rapping, because you're trying. But if shit comes to you, and you just hear, you know what I'm saying, you hear the music. I hear music all day. I write as often as I can. Every day, when I'm not talking to somebody, I'm in my head listening to music. I can take a scenery, and it just is music to me. I don't see shit else, it's just music. And so sometimes I get inspired to get a song from that music. I see a bad girl, damn, shit, that is fuck. And then it's just a song comes into my head about that, and I start writing in my head. I have to get to the studio, ASAP.
You're signed with the label, correct?
Harleewood.
And what do they, a lot of people are not signed with labels, so what do your label, what does it do for you?
Well, it gives me time to be creative, so I don't have to worry about the business side of things. Gotta get my shit copywritten. I gotta, you know what I'm saying, get everything, I don't know, pushed out to the public. I don't have to do all that. I just can focus on creating my craft, making music, and they'll handle the rest. And label, that's where it's at.
Who do you work with the most in Harleewood?
Isaac Brox. He's a beast.
And can you tell who exactly that is to you?
Isaac Brox is the CEO of Harleewood Records. It's like my brother, it's blood, man. It is the truth, yo.
Have you worked with any other North Carolina talent?
Oh, Rome Jeter, For Yourself or Kill Yourself, Wildin' for Respect. Of course, Rome Jeter. BCK voice. I'm trying to get the hits out there. These are people that are underground that should not be underground. So I'm not trying to miss nobody's name. There's this nigga named Kent Witt. He's dope. Big Smooth. Dope R&B singer. Solar. Brittany Moyelle. She's dope as fuck too.
You have a very different sound, so how do you pick who to work with? Because you can't just, I don't think, that's just my opinion, I don't think you could just work with anybody.
Right.
You have to have a certain sound, I'm guessing. Is that how you pick who you want to work with?
I do more so off of their personality. If they're cool as fuck, we're gonna work.
What's the best thing about making music?
Alright. That's an in-depth question there. A really in-depth question. Because, you know what I'm saying, there's two aspects of music. One aspect of music is what you hear. You know what I'm saying? So, the best part of making the music that you hear is listening back to it and just be like, yo, that junk is hot. And you can ride it in your car and then play it loud in your car and then people be dancing to it on the street. That's cool. Now, the other aspect of music is what you feel. And the best part of making what you feel is that you can control people's emotions. So if I want people to be sad, I can make them feel sad through making music. Or if I want people to be happy or turned up or chill, mellow, whatever I want them to be, I can make that.
Like the troll. Pretty much.
I would say more like a god.
Okay. What's the hardest thing about making music?
Working with people. As a producer, all producers like mostly have the same story. If you're a dope producer, basically you trapped yourself into a little block, a little four-wall, little space, and you went ham and making beats. So you get disconnected from the real world. So once you get back into the real world, you know, selling your beats and mingling with people, meeting people and stuff like that, it's like people got emotions. You got to deal with people's emotions and stuff like that. And
What's your opinion on North Carolina music?
North Carolina music, I love North Carolina, for one. The music here is cool. It's mostly hip-hop. That's all I hear out of North Carolina, just straight hip-hop. And that's cool. You know, Ninth Wonder's doing his thing. But I feel like there's too many talented people in North Carolina just to be just making underground hip-hop. There needs to be like a industry in North Carolina. That's how I feel. And whoever does that industry is going to strike.
What's inspired you to write?
Anything that I see, what I feel. Nature.
Like, how do you control that? Because you can write about this, or you can write about, like, how do you decide this is worthy of a song?
Because if I made a song out of it and it was hot, then I would just lay it down. Like if I was like, I'm doing an interview, I got to attend it to. Like, okay, maybe that's not hot enough, so I wouldn't lay it down. But then again, maybe the beat that I just heard in my head, nobody else could hear that shit. And if I made it jump like that, it's a hit.
So do you make your own beats?
Yeah, all the time.
How's that? Because you're making your own beats and you're rapping on it. Like, what does that feel like?
It feels like that's the way music is supposed to be because, I mean, I made the beat, I know what I want it to sound like, I know where the like, lyrics could flow on top of it, and, like, I can hear shit in the beat that nobody else could really hear.
So do you think being a producer helps your rapping? Like, more than a typical rapper?
Definitely. Because most typical rappers are, like, focused on the lyrics. As a producer, being a rapper, you're not focused so much on the lyrics as more, like, you're more focused on how, like, your words flow on top of the music. Your voice is just another instrument. Even your words are just another
Which one do you like
instrument.
out of the best? Producing or rapping?
Producing. Hands down. I make beats non-stop every day. Right before I came here, I was making beats.
What software do you use?
Fruity Loops because it's quick and easy. I use Reason because you can play like the whole beat live. Like you have to play every instrument. And then Ableton because they have like the newest sounds. You can do just whatever you can imagine in Ableton. You could like chop up people's voices and make it roll.
Do you have a genre where you think your music would fit in? Or if you could create a genre for your music?
If I could create a genre for my music, it would be called Cosmic.
Cosmic?
Yes, like, because it's got a cosmic sound. Like, a lot of times I get inspiration from looking up in the sky and, you know, seeing the stars. And it's like, the same stars I'm seeing right now, you know, 12 hours from now or 24 hours from now, somebody else is on the other side of the world is seeing them same stars. So somehow we're connected.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, I feel like with music, if we can make everybody connected, like, it would be a good world,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And you have a song out on iTunes.
Turned up.
And what is the process of choosing an iTunes song?
Yo, thank you for asking this question because I don't want to even just answer it for myself. I want to answer it for everybody who ever sees this. Like, do not put anything on iTunes unless you're like sure about it. You have to work on it. You know what I'm saying? I worked on my song Turned Up. I released it last year. I released it just a little bit to see how people react. People was like, oh, that's hot. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I took it off everything then. And I built on it for a year. I like thought of new ideas, put this in the beat, put that in the beat. And then at the time I was ready and I knew that it was ready, it was just time to go. You got to get some good art. You know what I'm saying? A good song, good concept.
Who produced it?
This guy named Quinn.
You. And, well, congratulations on that. I don't really know a lot of people personally that have songs on iTunes. What was the name of your first song, you know?
My first song ever, period.
Period.
So you're taking me all the way back to middle school.
I mean, if you can remember a title, wherever you go.
Okay, it was with Harold Millette. Yeah, the dude does the Raleigh tees. It's called "Who's That Sitting on the Sideline." That was our first.
What
song.
is your favorite song?
Turned Up?
Your favorite artist?
Quinn Anthony.
Your favorite album?
Constellations drops next year.
That's your favorite album already?
Already, like hands down.
As a producer, what's your favorite instrument?
My favorite instrument, I like messing with the drums as a producer. Like, you could do so many things with the drums. You don't even have to take typical, like, real drum sounds. You could take somebody breathing and make it into drums. But I like to play the acoustic guitar just to play, because the junk is relaxing.
Alright. Where do you see yourself in 1 year?
On the beach with, like, a margarita and a bad chick sitting next to me, talking about, goddamn, I didn't know you was going to sell this much. And then, you know what I'm saying, we go upstairs, and, you know, she's getting my outfit ready so I can go on stage and rock some kind of beach tour or some shit. That's where I see myself.
Okay, what about 5 years?
5 years, I'm waking up, I'm, you know what I'm saying, pouring my bowl of Count Chocula because I got stack on stack of Count Chocula, even though they only sell in October. You know what I'm saying? I'm opening up my little whatever device, and I'm checking how much money I made. Damn, another $1 million. All right, that's what's up. You know, making investments. Then, you know what I'm saying, going down to the studio and just producing for big names.
And where's your studio?
East Side, Harleewood.
Harleewood. And can anybody come there, or like what's the deal with getting the studio?
Yeah, anybody definitely can come there. You know, right now I got it on the low ball because when I first was like recording music in college, like the studios were expensive for me because I was a student trying to go to school and eat and all this stuff, and I wanted to record. So I'm looking out for the people like that, and so I charge $20 an hour right now for the low ball.
What's the goal you're currently working on in your music?
The goal that I'm currently working on is just reaching the fans, or gathering fans, getting more fans. Like, I want to go to like every different city, shake hands with people, you know, drink with them, just have fun. I guess my goal is to get out there more than what I've
Something
done.
that you can give people that's trying to get into, you know, get to where you're at.
All right, you're hot. Yes, you're hot, and know that you're hot. But be open to work with everybody. Be open to people's suggestions, because they are, you know, they're telling you this for a reason. Yes, be cautious about who you work with, but still be open. You're not that hot to not work with
Who's
anyone.
your music target? Like, who do you put your music out for? Is there a particular crowd, or is it just like, shit, whatever I want to put out, or like?
So again, like I said, I was trying to make a cosmic sound.
Yeah.
So with Turned Up, my actual target market for that was actually like not older professionals, like maybe middle-aged professionals. Like, because I've met so many middle-aged professionals, I'm talking about like 35, 30, 36-year-olds who just, they go to work, they be bored as shit, they come home and they want to get as hype as they were when they were 20, but there's no way for them to do that. So like with Turned Up, that's what I was aiming it for, because it's still mellow to that age group where they'll identify with that mellowness, but then it's like, oh man, this little 808 is hitting kind of hard. It reminds me back of the day.
How do you improve as an artist?
Listen to yourself. Watch your videos. Be like, dang, I could have said this, or I could have put that there. Listen to your music over and over. Let other people hear your music, like in your presence, without even telling them that's you. Like, they'll say something. They'll be like, oh man, they should have put some strings at this part. They'll be like, oh shit, that might be hot.
Do you have like a mentor?
A mentor? Yes.
Yeah.
His name is Kid Azul. Blue. He took me in when I was in Greensboro, and he gave me all the beat making programs like on my computer. Told me like, yo, this is how you use it, bang bang. And then ever since, he's kept me updated with new sounds and samples. Quinn Anthony in this bitch.